feel like a bit of a chopper, Lindsay, because I've abused Mercedes-Benz all my life for being old, fuddy-duddy, staid, boring. My word, it's changed, hasn't it?
I tend to feel the same, mainly because my dad's always had one, so it's kind of like dad's
Calling
car.
your dad an old man.
No,
grumpy.
not at all. It's just that association, isn't it? But I agree with you. I mean, we're sitting in the all-new B-class, and there's nothing fuddy-duddy about it.
When I walked to go collect it out of the garage, I was like, wow, because I mean, immediately it's got the Merc face that we've grown to love on SLS and SLK, and they're obviously putting it through into everything. So it just doesn't look MPV at all. It looks super, super sporty, and any mom that's driving this is going to get my attention.
Well, I have to take my words back, because a couple of weeks ago in studio, we were talking about the new styling based on the pictures, and I said that I hated it, and that it looks like a baby R-Class, and just the proportions were out, but in the flesh, it is gorgeous.
B-Class is kind of leading the way, I think, tempting us for what's going to come out with A-Class, because it is lower than it was, and I guess that's why they're now calling it a sports tourer as opposed to the MPV that it always was. Makes you laugh.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, in terms of sportiness, okay, we're in the diesel, so okay, you do get sporty diesels, but I'm not finding it particularly sporty to drive.
Well, look, they're making a big song and dance because these are their all-new four-cylinder engines, obviously Merc manufactured. In the petrols, there's the 180 and the 200, and obviously the diesels, both of them, even though you are in the 180 that we in diesel, you get the 200 as well.
Yeah, it's interesting, and both turbocharged, so it's really just a matter of
pushing up
difference
the
of
boost,
kilowatts.
pushing up the boost and the turbos. What is funny though is, I mean, I guess when you're looking at this market, it's all about fuel efficiency and economy, and they're saying up to like a 22% improvement overall.
On the diesels.
Yeah, I mean,
it's brilliant.
But I still can't get my head around. They're claiming 4.4, whether you're in the diesel 180 or the diesel 200. But bizarre they get that. But anyway, it's still impressive figures. For me, not being a woman, not having any kids, but kind of trying to imagine what it must be like with the lower position, I must admit, from a practicality point of view, loading stuff into that boot is pretty impressive.
Well, they've lowered the whole car. It is more squat on the ground, which I suppose is, gives it a little bit more cred in terms of calling it a sports tourer.
Yeah.
And even the seating position, they've made it more upright, but they've also changed it so that it's lower down. They've created more headroom, so it actually feels very spacious.
And actually more legroom in the back as well with their new seating configuration. So I think that's the important thing. If I think that most times this car would be bought by females, they like command position, and the minute you drop the car, you think you're going to lose it. But I think what they've done with their seating position certainly saves that. I know you've been driving it and feeling the same way as I do. Gearbox is not your favourite friend at the moment.
Yeah, it's the 7G gearbox that we're in. There is a 6-speed manual as well, and I would definitely opt for that. I mean, this is slow to change. Not too bad when you actually really press your foot down, and there's plenty of power, so you can drive like that. But if you're just driving normally, it's terribly slow.
Yeah, I mean, and they're raving because it now comes with a double clutch system, so I also was expecting a little bit more. I know they've got the option of the paddles, so I guess they're pushing through that old sporty feel as well, but that's where I find it even more slow, especially on the down change, because you select and you actually select another down change because you're not hearing anything happen. So, but maybe for average woman cruising around every single day, you're not going to notice it too much, but it is quite a confusing car because it looks very, very sporty, but the box isn't giving you that dynamic drive.
No, it's not. And also the sound, I mean, as far as diesels go, and you kind of expect a little bit more from Mercedes, it does sound a little tractory.
Interior, hot.
Beautiful.
Hot. I mean, they speak about the 3 air vent cluster in the center console that gives it the sporty edge, and they're not wrong. I mean, it looks really, really hot.
It looks sports carish.
Yeah.
It really does.
And you like the honeycomb detailing they've brought in as well. So, I really, really do like what they've done to the B-class. I think it looks amazing. Not too many engine options, I think, is good because you don't need to confuse the people. But I'm just trying to figure out where this fits in. It's competitors. I mean, we thought Renault Scenic is probably its most direct, but you said possibly Picasso.
The Picasso, Picasso, or even DS4.
Yeah.
It's strange because it's higher and more room, but it drives like a normal car. It is in a very odd place, but maybe that's its selling point, really.
So you look at its dimensions when you're standing outside looking at this car and you think, wow, it's a really beautiful hatch. And then when you step further back and you look at the whole car, it's like, but it's just kind of too long to be a hatch. So I see where you came with that R-Class equivalent.
It's a good offering and it's pretty well priced as well.
Yeah, looking, starting the petrol, it's just under 300,000. The one that we're in is 325k. Top of the range, 358. So yeah, it's not like, oh my word, this is going to break the bank. I think it's actually, you're getting a lot of car for what you pay.
And whether you think it's fuddy-duddy or not, you're getting a Mercedes.
I'm almost ready, Lindsay, to admit that
You're getting old.
wasn't what I meant. I meant that I could kind of start considering buying a Merc now. Not that they really care, but it's a big thing for me.
Well done, Marius.
Thank you.